All right. Good evening to you, and welcome to this, our Kovid Komedy live improv show. It is 8 o'clock, and we're going to get started. We'd like to welcome you first to this shelter-in-place inspired virtual improv show. My name is Ralph. I'm going to be your MC tonight, and our goal is to bring smiles to your face, distract you from that pile of snacks that's out in the kitchen, and help you to keep the spirit of live theater alive in these times when so many of our theaters have been shut down. To do this, we're going to make our best effort at a series of improv games using cameras, microphones, computers, and all of this instead of being on our local community theater stage. Now, my favorite part of improv shows is that we get suggestions from the audience to help us out, and this show is going to be no different. Using the chat function on the Facebook screen, I'll be asking you guys for suggestions during the course of the show. I also got some from you here while we were waiting to begin. And we're going to try and incorporate as many of those suggestions as we can into these games so that you, the audience, are a part of this show that we're creating here tonight. All right. Also, if we make you laugh, you owe us a click on that like button. All right, there we go. Now it's time to meet our players for this evening. First, our royal vizier and the true power behind the throne. Here is John Hatterline.
Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Yes. Hello.
John, throw us a COVID-inspired joke to start the evening off.
What type of jokes do you tell when you have COVID-19? Inside jokes.
Oh, that's horrible. All right, next, changing it up today by actually wearing pants, it's Rose Mader.
Hello, hello, hello.
All right, Rose, how about you? Do you got a joke inspired by our recent circumstances to share with our audience?
Well, you know, we used to cough to cover up a fart. Now we fart to cover up a cough.
Hello.
Okay, now here's a ray of sunshine with a busy mind. It's Madison Mantis.
Oh, hello.
And Madison, do you have a joke for us to start this evening off?
Actually, I have an old adage that I think everybody knows. 30 days has September, April, June, and November, except for March, because that lasted like an entire year.
That is correct. And finally, on loan to us from our local educational system, it is Terry O'Brien.
Oh, well, hello. Here's a story of a lovely lady. You see, because we're in boxes. You want me to just do the Corona joke?
Go for it.
All right. What's the difference between COVID-19 and Romeo and Juliet?
I don't know. What's the difference?
One is a coronavirus. The other is a Verona crisis. Yeah.
That's all right, folks, at Facebook Land, it's only going to get better from there. So we're going to get started right away and dig into our first game. Now, for this one, I am going to need some suggestions from you, our Facebook audience at home. Now, generally speaking, tonight, as we go through these games, I'm going to ask for suggestions first and then start explaining the game and what we're doing. Now, the reason for that is we're doing this show on Zoom and streaming it to Facebook, and there's a nice little delay that happens in there. So if I'm looking here and talking to you, I'm going to turn to this monitor and see it in about 20 seconds. So I'm going to get suggestions first, then explain the game and what we're doing with them so that those suggestions have a chance to pop up for me to try and use them in our show. All right. Now for this one, I want some suggestions from you who are watching us live right now. What's something you might ask a therapist or a life coach? What's a question that's really bothering you right now? Or what's something that will help you to be a better person? So let's start there. Give me some questions that might help you to be a better person. Let's see. Now, I'm going to be putting these questions, and this game is called Three-Headed Life Coach. So 3 of our players are going to become our three-headed life coach. So this is for Madison, Terry, and Rose. Now, let's see. John, you can go ahead and blank your screen for right now, so they'll see just Madison, Terry, and Rose in this one.
Hi, John.
Hi. Oh, thank God.
Madison, Terry, and Rose are going to answer questions that you guys are submitting one word at a time in that order. So Madison will start us off, and then Terry, and then Rose, and then they're going to try and make a complete answer, each one contributing just one word at a time, going kind of in a circle as we go. Now I'm going to get them started off with the first question, and then I'm going to be looking at Facebook to get some questions that you guys are hopefully typing in right now. All right, three-headed life coach. I would like to know, why is it I press harder on the remote control when I know that the batteries are dead?
You
Push.
Are
to
The.
remote.
because
You.
Are
and
Hard.
moron.
period.
Okay, I got a question here already from our audience. They would like to know, where can they get the toilet paper?
Toilet
Paper.
Is
found
Not.
at
my
House.
period.
don't
Yeah. Ever.
Look
here.
To.
you
Period.
Okay,
We
we're going to try another question here.
Might have
Well,
a
I,
sound.
I don't want them to find my stash, my garage. I'm one of those hoarders. That's not true, live audience.
I have about
do
6
not.
rolls in my bathroom right now.
Oh, you're
Okay.
the hoarder. You are the cause. Thanks a
Three-headed
lot,
life coach, we have
Madison.
another couple of questions from our audience here. We have one who would like to know, what is the secret to not killing their spouse while they're in quarantine together?
That's
Is
easy.
all
you
Need
to
do
is
scream
loudly
period.
and
not
Talk
to
anyone.
period.
Okay, we've got one more question I'd like to throw your way, our three-headed life coach, and that's another one dealing with this current crisis that we're all in right now. They would like to know, how do you make hand sanitizer?
all
You
Need
to
do
is
take
a
P
and
mix
it
with
alcohol
and
make
more
then
enough
urine
period.
period.
period. Yeah. Who
Are we
said-
I would
talking-
like to say that Kovid Komedy does not endorse mixing your own urine with alcohol for the purposes of making hand sanitizer. It's best to just go buy it on Amazon,
Oh, really?
Just thinking if you can find it.
Yeah,
if you
we-
can find it.
I was
Ralph.
thinking peas.
Oh, because
These
Ralph,
barrels.
we already know Madison
Oh,
has
it's-
stockpiled all
You
the
have a dirty
hand
mind.
sanitizer.
All right, so we are going to move on from our three-headed life coach. Thank you for rejoining us here, John. I hope everyone at home has learned something from our three-headed life coach, but now it is time to move on to our next game. Now, this game is one we're calling Cringe, and it will involve all of our players. And what I'm going to need from you guys at home is suggestions of people that you rely on to do things for you, like the person at Starbucks to make your coffee, or something that you'd like to see a funny example of, like the worst person to go skydiving with. So think about that, either some professions or people that you rely on every day, or something funny that you might like to see the world's worst example of, or a cringeworthy example of. Now, let's see. I'm going to be mixing those suggestions up with some that I personally want to see. And this is, once again, for all of our players, so they can jump in with an answer as soon as they get a good idea. And let's go from there. So I'm going to give us a topic to get started on. And let's see. I would like to start off with the most cringeworthy valedictorian address. John.
I would like to thank everybody who gave me this education and the opportunity to work in America that no longer exists since March 14th.
Okay, Rose.
Serve up a little liver with your fava beans and wash it down with some Chianti.
I'm not sure how anyone would hear him through the mask. Terry.
I tell you what, class. Go ahead and don't drive a taxi cab. It's a little dated, Ralph, but it still works.
There's a few people who might get it. Madison.
I just want to thank Ralph Churchill for doing all my homework for me. Thank you so much, buddy. I owe it all to you.
Will I still get my degree? I don't know how that works.
Absolutely not.
We've got a suggestion from our audience here. Let's see the most cringeworthy person to take a cab ride with. Let's see, Rose.
Oh, well, let me think for a second here.
All right, think away. Terry.
If you just sit in the back. Wait, that's probably not politically correct to do any sort of jokes like that. I'll do the Jim.
All right, John.
Yes. What's the question? I was texting.
Oh, and
I'm not wearing pants. What's the question?
The
No,
most
he's the worst
cringeworthy person to
driver. I
be
think that's
in a
it.
taxi cab with, and I think you've answered it pretty well on
It would
that,
be
just
me.
on your own.
It would be
I'm out of
me.
line.
All right, Madison, did you have one you wanted to throw out here?
This is going to be a horrible impression. Make sure you stop on 73rd. Now, what did you say that you do for a job? That's supposed to be Gilbert Godfrey.
All right, I'll give a better one.
All right, Terry.
So bad.
Listen, now that I am not running for the president of the United States, I will be driving you from one place to the next, but I think we need to share the cab fare with everybody.
Sonny and Cher?
Sonny and
That's-
Cher, yes.
that's
That was
good,
my
that's
good.
Steve Bono
Sad.
impersonation. Thank you.
We have another suggestion from our audience here on this one. Who is the most cringeworthy or the worst person to be a Walt Disney World cast member? Now, remember, if you're doing this, they never use the pointer finger. It's always full hand or two fingers.
2 fingers. And don't say it's me.
Don't say it's Madison. All right.
Don't.
Who's got a
What was
good
the question?
cringeworthy Walt Disney World cast member or someone working at Walt Disney World? All right. Let's see. John, go ahead.
The eighth dwarf, Molesty.
Oh, my. We're going to cut that one off and move on to Terry.
Oh,
Oh, boy, I really enjoy working at the park. Oh, wait, no, I think he is popular at the park.
He might be a little bit popular. Madison.
the Matterhorn is right over there. Oh, that was, no.
Wow. Okay.
I'm
How
not
about,
impressions, no.
Rose, how about you?
Let me think.
Please don't say me.
Let's just do the same. Listen, I'm glad that you are riding the riverboat. Now, as your host, it's going to rain. You know, there's going to be that alligator that comes out. That alligator is not going to be. I'm gonna.
You'd be a
All right.
horrible skipper, Terry.
I've got one I'd like to see from you folks. I would like to see the most cringeworthy new suggestions for a constellation in the sky. Who's got one?
man.
Let's see. John, go ahead.
The Great Tobacco Dipper.
Oh,
Oh.
all right. Terry.
The big wicker.
Not sure what that would be, and I'm intrigued. Rose.
I don't know. A Star is Born. I don't know.
A Star is Born. Lady Gaga at the piano. All right. Let's do one more of these. How about horrible names for pets? What's something you don't want to hear your neighbor yelling out the back door to their pet?
Hitler! Come here, Hitler! Come here, Hitler!
COVID!
Here, poo-poo.
I think those were all pretty good examples. All right, we are going to swing right on into our next game now. Now, this game is called 26 in 90 seconds. And this one is going to be for Rose and Madison. So, John and Terry, you guys can go ahead and blank out your screens for us right now.
Bye.
Hi.
All right.
Let me
so,
pull up my alphabet here.
Yep.
Okay, now I got a suggestion before the show starts that we're going to use for this game, Rose and Madison. So what we're going to do is this game is simply we're going to have them do a scene that uses all 26 letters of the alphabet in 90 seconds. So I'm going to give them a letter to start with. they're going to do a scene, and each one is going to start the next line as they go back and forth with the next letter of the alphabet in this situation that I'm going to give them here in a second. So I'm going to have Madison start us off on this one. Madison, the letter we're going to start with is J. And the situation I want the two of you to be in is you are in jail after having been arrested for having an argument on a roller coaster. So the two of you are in jail after being arrested for having an argument on a roller coaster, starting with the letter J. Madison, and 90 seconds, take it away.
Judy, it was your idea to go to Six Flags. This place sucks.
Karen, you're nuts. I love this place.
Like, really? No one cleans up. The security is awful here. And I didn't want to come in here in the first place. I'm afraid of
Maybe
heights.
if you'd keep your mouth shut, we wouldn't be in this predicament.
No, it's you that needs to keep your mouth shut.
Opposite. I was doing great.
Probably not. Probably
Quiet.
not. That's never the problem.
30 seconds.
It's
Put your
always the
business.
problem. Really? Okay. All right. Who's the one that tried jumping off and showing her tits to the camera?
Stop it. That wasn't me. Maybe.
You. It was your idea.
Oh, up yours.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. That's what you need to show all these inmates that we're,
60
you
seconds.
know. Oh,
Well, I'm happy about it. I'm quite pleased.
xylophones. I hear xylophones. Do you still have your phone in your pocket? Did they let you keep that?
That's yours. Your phone.
Zebras. You're the one that has the zebra phone case.
10
You
seconds
just dropped
left.
it on the ground.
After this, I'm going to go out and have about 6 stiff drinks.
Oh boy, you and your drinks, you alky.
Come on. You like it too.
Don't
And that's
pay attention.
time. Now, the penalty for not getting through all 26 letters in 90 seconds is I'm going to go with some very, very bad alphabet-based jokes and make our audience endure them. So here we go.
Yay, good.
Let's see. What does the alphabet and algebra have in common? That's right. They have the same X. See, that's pretty bad, right? That's pretty bad. Let's
that's
do
a
another one of these.
Real
Let's
downer.
see.
Terrible. It's terrible.
Did you hear that 25 letters of the alphabet got coal for Christmas? That's
Oh,
right. They were not E.
Not E. Naughty. Naughty. Naughty.
John's got it. We'll do one more of these really, really bad jokes. All right. I told my wife that I was going to arrange our spices in the kitchen in alphabetical order. She asked me where I was going to find the thyme. I said right next to the sage.
Oh man.
Thyme and sage. See, those were really bad. So, all right, we're going to move on.
Did you hear about the constipated mathematician? He worked it out with a pencil. No?
No. All right, so what we're going
Oh.
to move on to now is a game that we're calling Where's My Script? And this one's going to be for John and Terry. So Rose and Madison, you can go ahead and blank out your screens for us now.
TTFN.
And let's see. And I am going to use one of our suggestions from before the show started as well on this game for us. Now, what this game is that Terry has got his hands on a script and is going to be doing a scene from one of these scripts. But John is going to try and do his best to keep up, but he doesn't have a script in his hand to reference. So John is going to be making it up, trying to keep up with what's going on in Terry's scene. Now, to make it a little more interesting, John, you have gone to the dentist because you need a root canal.
I do.
All right. So, and we're going to be doing a Christmas story from Terry. So Terry's
That's
going to be
very
doing the scene
festive.
of a Christmas story with John, who is going to the dentist because he needs a root canal. All right, Terry, take it away.
Are you done, Randy?
What do you mean am I done? My mouth is like just swollen up like a beach ball.
Well, then why don't you go and wash your...
What, my mouth out with soap? What?
Time to put on your coat.
Yeah,
Don't want to be late for school.
I want to get to the dentist, and all the dentists are closed because of this coronavirus. Oh, that hurts when I yell.
My parents always referred to the used car as new because it was. You remember that?
The car. I don't remember the car, but it was. If you had the car, we could get in the car, and then
Well,
we
I
could
did.
drive to Mexico where they haven't been sheltered in place, and then I get my root canal done, and then I can.
Oh, a little sucking up couldn't hurt. On Monday, I turned in my theme knowing I was offering up a masterpiece.
Look, a masterpiece would be if you found me a dentist who would work despite the shelter-in-place order. Can't we drive to like South Dakota where they don't care?
Margins, margins, margins. Why didn't they learn? Semicolon, you don't, not a period.
Okay, I'm going to have my period in a minute unless we go to Sioux Falls. Wait a minute.
All right. I think that's a great place to end it with John having his period.
I will. Sorry, I'm a little crabby tonight. It's a
All
heavy
right.
flow day.
That's
when you
great,
need a
folks.
tampon and a pad.
No,
Okay,
no,
John,
we're
I
moving
think we
past
get
that
it.
now.
I think we get it.
All right, now we're going to switch gears to a game where all of our players are
Sorry,
going to
Maddie.
participate, and I may hop in on this one as well. It's one of my favorite games, and it's called 185 Blanks. Now, it does require the help once again from you guys in the audience, and I see there's a bunch of you there watching us, which we appreciate you coming out and joining us here tonight, but I would like some suggestions from you typed into the Facebook chat now of things that you could buy in a store, professions, types of objects, just the kind of categories of things, some random things here that we can work with this game called 185 Blanks. Now let me explain how this game works. It's a formulaic joke. 185 blanks walk into a bar. The bartender says, sorry, we don't serve blanks here. 185 blanks, punchline. Now let me explain that by giving you an example. If the category was shoes, all right, shoes, nice everyday object. 185 shoes walk into a bar. The bartender says, sorry, we don't serve shoes here. 185 shoes stick out their tongues and leave. Because you see, a shoe has a tongue. That's the type of groaner jokes we're going for in this game, folks. If you're expecting really highbrow comedy, you've come to the wrong place. So
Wrong place.
we are looking for some suggestions of things we can make this joke about. So we're looking for suggestions of professions of people who are walking into these bars or types of things walking into these bars. I'm going to get us started here, folks, with one from mine. I'm going to give us roses. 185 roses walk into a bar.
185 roses walk into a bar. The bartender says, hey, we don't serve roses here. And the roses say, it's all right, this place stinks anyway.
185 roses walked into a bar and the bartender said, we don't serve roses in here. 185 roses said, smell you later.
185 roses walk into the bar. The bartender says, we don't serve roses here. The 185 roses said, well, stick this.
185 roses walk into a bar. Bartender says, we don't serve roses here. 185 roses say, well, you're a prick.
185 roses walk into a bar. The bartender says, hey, we don't serve roses here. And Rose just says, are you sure? Are you sure? I really...
A different rose. That's a different
Cheers.
rose.
I'm going to throw it out on this one here. 185 roses walk into a bar. Bartender says, sorry, we don't serve roses here. 185 roses say, I'm going to celebrate, though. I just got a kiss from a seal.
Ooh.
Sorry.
That sounds
Sorry.
I love that.
Well,
All right, we're going to
roses
move on
are
to another
roses are
category on this one. Let me go to our Facebook comments and pull one from there. Let's see. We've got one for beekeepers. So let's go beekeepers, bees, wasps, something like that. All right, go ahead.
185 bees walk into a bar. The bartender, or beekeepers walk into a bar. The bartender says, hey, we don't serve beekeepers here. And the beekeepers say, ooh, that stings.
Ooh.
185. Go ahead, Rosie.
Okay, is it beekeepers or bees? Beekeepers, right? 185 beekeepers walk into a bar and the bartender says, we don't serve beekeepers in here. 185 beekeepers says, oh, come on, honey.
Oh, I was going to do a
Groaner.
100 too.
Go ahead, John.
Bad.
185 beekeepers walk into a bar. Bartender says, we don't serve beekeepers here. 185 beekeepers say, well, you're a real queen.
Good one.
Ralph, I know you got it.
All right, I got one. 185 beekeepers walk into a bar. Bartender says, sorry, we don't serve beekeepers here. 185 beekeepers say, I've got a question.
Oh.
Hive.
Hive, the beehive.
All right, any more beekeeper ones, or are we moving on?
Moving on.
All right, let's go to our Facebook chat and grab another one here. Let's see. All right, let's do this one. We have a request for 185 jokes about mailmen. Male or male?
Female mailmen or male
Like-
female
Like
men?
postal worker.
Okay.
185 mailmen walk into a bar. Bartender says, sorry, we don't serve mailmen here. 185 mailmen say, will you serve me if I show you my package?
Ooh.
185 mailmen walk into a bar. Bartender says, we don't serve mailmen here. 185 mailmen say, well, lick my stamp.
185. Go for it.
Okay, 185 mailmen walk into a bar. The bartender says, we don't serve mailmen here. 185 mailmen said, well, we've been getting stamped out. It's not fair.
185 mailmen walk into the bar. The bartender says, hey, we don't serve mailmen here. And the mailman says, well, you should have had that posted on the door.
185 postal workers, mailmen and mailwomen, walk into a bar. The bartender says, we don't serve any of you here. And the 185 people say, well, fine. We're FedEx ups.
All right, we've got two suggestions. We have two suggestions that came in right back to back that are very similar. So we're going to use this one. Dogs or puppies? You can use either one. Dogs or puppies?
Oh, 185 puppies walk into a bar. Bartender says, we don't serve puppies here. 185 puppies say, you bitch.
185
Go, Madison. I know you.
ladies first. 185 dogs walk into a bar. The bartender says, hey, we don't serve dogs here. And the dogs say, all right, fine. I left your tip on the floor.
185 dogs and puppies walk into the bar. The bartender says, we don't serve 185 dogs here. The dogs say, oh, that's rough.
185 dogs walked into the bar and the bartender said, we don't serve dogs in here. 185 dogs said, well, that's crappy.
185 dogs walk into a bar. The bartender says, hey, we don't serve dogs here. And the dogs say, quit your barking.
Good one.
All right, we're going to stick along with the animal theme because I see one in here for chickens, and I'd like to see some jokes about chickens.
185 chickens walk into a bar. The bartender says, hey, we don't serve chickens here. And the chickens say, well, buck you. Buck, 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 like that. I don't wanna-
185 chickens walked into the bar. The bartender said, we don't serve chickens in here. 185 chickens said, do you serve egg salad?
185 chickens walk into a bar. The bartender says, you know, we don't serve 185 chickens here. And they say, yeah, but we're funny. We'll crack you up. That's more of an egg joke, I guess.
185 chickens walk into a bar. Bartender says, we don't serve chickens here. 185 chickens say, well, we'll just go home and choke ourselves.
Oh, not today.
That's funny, Naughty!
185 chickens walk into a bar. The bartender says, sorry, we don't serve chickens here. 185 chickens say, but the quarantine order's been lifted and we've been cooped up for months.
Oh. Okay, 185 chickens walk in a bar. The bartender says, we don't serve chickens. And so the 185 chickens said, come on, gals, let's try and cross the street.
185 chickens walk into a bar. The bartender says, hey, we don't serve chickens here. And the chickens say, but it's Friday. Grill out on Fridays.
All right, I'm going to give my last one. 185 chickens go into the bar. The bartender says, we don't serve chickens here. 185 chickens. Well, excuse me.
You wild and crazy guys. All right, we're going to do one last category here. The last category we're doing is from our suggestions here, and it is of cows.
Ooh.
185
cows.
You go.
Okay, thanks. 185 cows walk into the bar. The bartender said, we don't serve cows in here. 185 cows said, well, that's not very moving.
185 cows walk into a bar. Bartender says, we don't serve cows here. 185 cows say, well, we'll just go to the udder bar.
Ooh.
185 cows walk into a bar. The bartender says, hey, we don't serve cows here. And the cows say, well, excuse me.
185 cows walk into a bar. The guy bartender goes, we don't serve cows here. 185 cows go, well, we understand, sir. serve
185 cows walk into a bar. The bartender says, sorry, we don't serve cows here. 185 cows say, but we just wanted a Holstein of beer.
A Holstein.
Oh.
A Holstein.
That was utterly ridiculous.
That was like half and half.
185
thing
cows.
is utterly
185 cows walk into the bar. The bartender says, "We don't serve cows here." The 185 cows say, "We are not amused."
185 cows walk in a bar. Bartender says, "We don't serve cows here." 185 cows say, "That's a lot of bull."
I was just going to do that one.
185 cows walk into a bar. The bartender says, sorry, we don't serve cows here. 185 cows really milk that punchline.
End scene.
All right, that's great. I love that game, folks. That's my personal favorite.
You'd
All
think
right.
I'd have more because I'm from Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Now we're going to
Pretty
move on
cheesy,
to
I
a
know.
game where we're going to consult with an expert on all things quarantining. Now this one is going to be similar to what we had done with our three-headed life coach before, but with a little bit of a twist. So this one's going to be for Terry, John, and Rose. So
I'm gonna
let's
go.
see. Madison, you can
Which
go ahead and
one is
blank your
this one?
screen
Madison.
right
I'm gonna
now.
go drink.
All right, so this time we're looking for some questions again, but we're looking for questions on things, let's see. We're looking for questions on things that you might be doing around the house while you're sheltering at home, like something you might want some help on for a new hobby you're picking up, or something that you're interested in learning some more about and you want to consult an expert for it, because we've got an expert in all things here to answer your questions. Now, our three players are going to be doing a game that we call Greek Chorus. So Terry and Rose and John are going to be answering these questions together. But before, when we had our three-headed life coach, they were answering one word at a time, kind of in a circle. This time, their challenge is to answer the question together. And I truly mean together, all three at the same time, trying to say the same words. So
All
they're going to
Greek
need
to
to
me.
be
All
feeding off of each other and listening to each other and trying to come up with a coherent answer, all three at the same time. All right. So we're going to start off with a question from me, and then I'm going to go to our Facebook feed and get some questions off of there. And folks at home, you are doing a phenomenal job at giving us some suggestions. This is great. You guys are really helping us out and helping to be a part of this show, and I appreciate it. All right. So Greek Chorus. The first question I've got, let's see.
I don't know which box I'm in. Do I got
Actually, I'm going to use one from our suggestions that we got before the show started here. I would like to know what actually was in the cookie jar.
The
cookie jar had several cookies pieces
of
of
the
order.
What?
All right, Greek Chorus, we're going to try for a little more unity and cohesion on this next one. All right, this question's coming from our Facebook audience. They have, let's see, there is someone who's looking for some help making some PPE at home. They would like to know, how do they make their own, how do they make their own safety gloves?
Well,
take
the
sausage casing
casing
and you're all set.
You're all set.
Somebody jump in.
Yes, set.
All right, we're going to try another one on this one, folks. Let's see.
Sausage.
You know what I got to say about that?
We have Lindsay out in Facebook land would like to know how to do mudding on drywall. So our Greek Chorus, how do you mud drywall?
Mudding is quite easy, actually. What you do is take the mud and place it on the wallpaper that is on the wall board.
Period.
All right. This one's a little bit different. This one's not so much based on what people are doing at home right now, but I would like to know the answer on this one. How can I catch a unicorn?
Ooh.
Well,
Just sing the song and and build
build
an ark.
an ark
with
with
Noah.
milk. Noah.
Noah, yes.
Period.
Milk. Period.
Period.
All right, and we have one final question for our Greek
Loveliest of
chorus
all
here.
was the unicorn.
This one probably has some backstory to the person who's asking the question, but I'm not going to dig too deep into it because this is some shelter-in-place time and people are in close proximity and there may be some tensions and things happening. But the question is, how do I hide the body?
Easy. Easy. That's easy. You go ahead and ask the telephone, and they will tell you where to hide
the body.
Body.
Period.
All right. That was some great advice from our Greek chorus. Thank you guys very much. Madison, you can come back and join us now. Okay, let's see. Moving right along. I need a suggestion from you guys at home for something that we would have either like a remote teaching class on or a TED Talk about. So we're looking for a subject of a TED Talk or a remote teaching class that might be going on at a college or a high school right now. Well, not right now because it's Saturday night, but you know what I'm saying. Sometime right now going on. What we're going to be doing is a game that we're calling Remote Teaching. And this one is for all 4 of our players here. I'm going to be asking Terry to be our professor or the person giving this TED Talk. And Terry's going to be able to say whatever he wants to say as he's doing this talk. Now, Rose and Madison are going to be teaching assistants or helpers on this stage or on this talk or this remote learning classroom, but they're going to be limited to only 2 lines that they can say. So they can only say one of 2 things. Let's see, let me give you your lines here. Let's see. Rose, you can say, "Don't
Simba.
touch your face," or "Are you mad?" So you can say, "Don't touch your face," or "Are you mad?" And Madison, you can say, "That is not what my mama taught me," or "What?" So you can say, "That's not what my mama taught me," or "What?" And Rose, you can say, "Don't touch your face," and "Are you mad?"
Okay.
Terry, you can say anything that you want. And then John is going to pop in a couple times or just once, and whatever it makes most sense, with some questions from our audience watching this TED Talk or remote learning session for the professor to answer. Now I'm going to go and look and see if we've got a good category for our TED Talk here.
Uh-oh. So the two lions I was hoping you would say are Simba and Scar.
No, those are lions.
Oh.
Lions.
Lions?
You're lying.
Well, we're
What
waiting.
movie is that from?
1991. Were you born yet?
Beauty and the Beast, I think. With
That's what I thought.
Yeah, with Belle.
That's what I thought.
Aw.
She sings a song. There's a town.
And it was actually 95, John.
All right, I think we're going to go with a suggestion from Cheryl out there in our Facebook land. You were doing a TED Talk here, Terry, on how to look busy when you're working from home.
Oh, well, that's easy to do. So the first thing you do when you get home for your work is you have to get in front of the computer. You have to be on the screen, and you have to go ahead and record.
Don't touch your face.
I didn't touch my face. That part is, of course, a no-no during the COVID. So
that's not what my mama taught me.
You know, first of all, I think we all know about your mama. So let's go back to what we were talking about.
Are you mad?
Keep look busy. No, I'm not mad. Stop it. Let's go back to the part that I was trying to tell you on how you can look busy. It's very easy if you have the recording. If you have the recording, then you can go ahead and schedule.
Are you mad?
No, I'm not mad.
What?
To look busy, you have to go ahead and set your emails to send out something every 22 minutes.
And don't
That's not
touch
what
your
my
face.
mama taught me.
Don't touch your face.
Don't touch your mama's face?
That too.
Okay. Anyway, so the looking busy, the art of it is to set the 22-minute rule of scheduled emails, which
What? What?
I said every 22
Can I ask a question?
Yes, John Hodder Loin.
That would be me. Yes. So when they say busy as a beaver, is that a dirty reference or is that just busy?
What?
What?
Are you mad?
What?
What's the mama line? Give him the mama line. Anyways, looking busy.
That's
is
not
the
what my
art-
mama taught me.
It's the art of going to be busy.
Don't
is-
touch your face.
No, I'm not going to. I want to, but I'm not going to. Anyway, staying busy.
That's your
is-
question?
is-
So when someone says they want to get busy with you, what are they trying to say?
What?
Yes, well, it's what we're trying to do is to look busy. So you can do that
Are you
all
mad?
alone, John.
That's not what my mama taught me.
It's not what her mama taught her.
What?
What?
So anyway, what we're doing, anyways, to be busy in this lecture is maintaining a level of busyness,
What?
applying the rules set forward on the computer,
And don't touch your face.
and 22-minute rule.
All right, I think we're going to end there with the 22-minute rule on our remote teaching session. All right. Now we have the next game for us here. We're going to, now, let me preface this one. When I've done shows live, we have a game that's a favorite of ours that we call Scenes from a Hat. It's basically just weird things that you, the audience, want to see. Suggestions of weird things that you want to see. So start putting some of those suggestions in the chat. Matter of fact, instead of Scenes from a Hat, we're calling this one Scenes from the Chat. So with that in mind, I'd like you to put some suggestions in of things that you might like to see. Best pickup lines, or the real reason that dinosaurs went extinct, or what happens when toddlers go bad. That's the type of suggestion we're looking for. And to get us started, we're going to start with that one right there. All right, players,
Dinosaur?
what happens when toddlers go bad?
Goo goo gaga, mom. I want my milk now.
No,
Poo-poo. I poo-pooed on the floor.
it happens.
I know Madison wants to say something and it's going to be inappropriate. Go ahead and say something inappropriate, Madison.
Absolutely not.
Okay, good.
I don't
for
have
you.
kids. I've never had kids. I don't even know.
All right, so we're going to go to another one from our chat here. They're starting to come in. So let's look at things you can say to your dog, but not your girlfriend.
Oh.
Who's gonna
Lay
say the B
down.
word? I'm not gonna say the B word, so
I'll start us off on this one, all right? Things you can say to your dog, but not your girlfriend. Come.
Why are you licking your rectum?
Oh, let me touch your fur.
Ooh.
come here.
I'm sorry.
I think we're going to get into
It's
some
the same
dangerous
joke.
territory on this one. So
Same
let's
joke.
move
Honestly,
forward.
I thought
You
this was family
bitch!
friendly. You family friendly.
I broke the rule. All right,
What
we're
have
going to
we
move
been
on to another
saying?
category here. Let's go things you can do in place of hugging.
This is
And
the
you
same.
can do it
Yeah,
later.
these are all the jokes in the previous one.
Just like air hugging.
Hey.
Air.
Hi.
Hi, give you an air hug.
I just wanted to say that I love you and I can't wait for this shit show to be over. Sorry, I did it. I had to.
Oh, you.
All right,
sick.
we're going to go to another suggestion from our chat line here. Who is someone that you don't want to be stuck in the library with?
John Hatterline. No.
That would be, yes, that would be scary.
Wait, I got one. Hold on. Today, boys and girls, the secret word for today is shh. Now you know what to do when anybody says the secret word. Scream real loud. Okay? Let's get it.
All right.
Ah!
So come on over to the DVD collection. I'm going to show you all my Miramax films because I'm Harvey Weinstein.
Moving on from that one real quick.
No.
All right, let's see. It looks like Michelle out there would like to know what are some things that Matthew McConaughey says.
All right,
All right, all right, all right.
Does he say anything else?
No, he says nothing else.
Would you like a Lincoln?
I like my Lincoln
Right?
to sit in my Lincoln. What does he say again? What's the
You know,
line?
Abraham Lincoln once said, I need to go to the Ford Theater like I need a hole in my head.
I don't think Matthew McConaughey said that one. We're going to go to a suggestion
Other
we
than
got
that?
before this show started from, I believe it was Nick who put this one out there. What Ralph is thinking right now.
What?
Ralph is thinking that this is nuts.
What have I gotten myself into?
I can't wait to be done with these idiots.
Boy,
I'm glad
long
the
I,
movie's gone.
I look good in purple.
Pepperoni. I'd like pizza with pepperoni.
Just wait, I just need to let you guys know that my Siri popped up and she just said, "Oh, you can't?"
You can't what?
She can't. I can't wait to be done with you idiots, apparently.
Oh, Siri.
All right.
You're so
gonna-
negative.
Let's go to pickup lines. What are some either great or horrible pickup lines? I'll start this one off and give you guys a second to think. If you were a transformer, you'd be Optimus Fine.
Oh.
Ooh.
Hey, did you fall out of a vending machine because you're all that in a bag of chips?
Is
I
that
could
a
smell you
bottle?
all day.
Is that a bottle of Purell in your pants? Or are you just happy to see me?
My love for you is just like diarrhea. You just can't hold it in.
It's beautiful.
Okay, this is our last category of this game, folks. This is our last
Please.
category. We're going to go to something back to our COVID comedy roots on this show. I would like you to be celebrities telling our people to shelter in place and stay safe. Go for it.
Celebrities.
Are we doing this all at the same time?
No,
or-
give us a celebrity telling folks to shelter in place or stay safe. Give us your good impressions.
You dirty rats. You stay home and don't you go anywhere, you dirty rats.
Yes, well, as the Harvey Weinstein joke, I'm going to follow up saying, kids, if you go outside, they're going to parole me and I'll meet you there. Or he's not kids, right? He's just actress. What's the guy?
Ooh,
What was the guy that,
no, Terry.
What was the guy that the
Come
Clinton-
on.
Close.
John Wayne Gacy?
No, the one that Clinton killed in the jail cell. What was his name?
Dahmer.
I wish it
No.
was Terry O'Brien.
No, the guy.
I wish we could cut this. I wish you could kill this scene.
Well, then give me a good impression saying shelter in place or stay safe.
Well, this is John Wayne. You need to stay home, stay safe, wear 2 masks and 3 condoms.
All right, listen, I'll do my Bernie Sanders one more time. I want you to go home, wash one hand, and then give the other hand away to the other people.
La, 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 let's stay inside. Shakira.
There we
I
go.
thought that was Cher.
Oh.
You know
Could've been
what?
Cher too.
Cher, Shakira, and Pee Wee all sound the same. They just go, ah, ah.
All right, folks out there in Facebook land, that's it for our show. Before we go, we would like to have our players each say goodbye to you one more time and share with you something that they have been doing during this shelter-in-place or quarantine time that's helped kept them sane, whether that's their favorite series on Netflix, a book they've picked up and really enjoyed, or a new hobby they might have started. So once again, our players are John Hatterline.
That would be me. I started cooking again. I realized that my wonderful, long, dearly departed mother taught me how to cook, and I've been cooking everything in sight. Irish soda bread, pizza, you name it, I cook it. Yeah.
Rose Mater.
I've been taking a lot of wonderful nature walks. I love to walk and I've gotten back into it. It's been fabulous. I can talk to myself and I never get pissed off at me.
Terry O'Brien.
Well, I've been working on the Corona 15 as I eat everything in the house. So
And Madison Mantis.
I bought a recorder that I cannot play. Absolutely nothing. And Tiger King. I've watched Tiger King about 5 times.
Terrifying. All right, we'd also
Carol
like
Baskin killed her husband.
We'd also like to thank Don Hatterline. He's the man behind our scenes here who's been helping out with
Show your camera, Donnie.
You might have seen him here when he popped up on the big view for it, but
Does
Don,
he look like he's in a cave again?
he's very, there he
Hey,
is.
Don. Hey, Don.
Hey.
He's been helping us behind the scenes to put this whole show together for us, so appreciate the work that you've done for us, Don. And so This was our COVID comedy improv show. We're happy you could join us. We're glad that you joined us here. If you want to relive any of these sites, I believe John is going to get these posted up at some point on YouTube or Facebook, so you could go back and see it once more. But before we go, I did want to just say, I hope we made you smile. I mean, I hope we gave you a few minutes of fun in what has been an otherwise very stressful time. And most of all, I hope we inspired you to find ways to share your art with others around you, whether that's going out on your balcony and singing at 6 o'clock every night, or taking up that paintbrush and putting together a painting that you can give to your folks for Christmas. Whatever it is, keep the spark alive, find a way to keep creating, find a way to keep supporting folks who are trying to do live theater in this time, and keep sharing your art with the world around you. Stay safe, folks.
Bye. See you later.
Wash your hands. Stay home.
Stay home.
Good.
Stay safe. Farewell.